Aloha, my name is McKay Davis. I'm CTO of Radial3D, and I say aloha because we're based out of Honolulu, Hawaii at the John A. Burns School of Medicine. So at the School of Medicine, we have a lot of experience, and we know that medical education really has not changed in hundreds of years. 400 years ago, Da Vinci was using dissection techniques that we're still using nowadays. Students have very limited time in the lab. Our co-founder, Dr. Scott Losenoff, who is chair of the Department of Anatomy at the John A. Burns School of Medicine, realized that there really could be a better way. Students are looking at boring 2D textbooks for complicated 3D anatomical structures. And so what we did, well, medical education has changed a little bit, actually, because it's moved from boring, stuffy lecture halls to more problem-based learning, where students are getting problem sets on paper, but it takes a while for them to really get on the same page. And what they need is they need a way to collaborate, they need a way to engage, they need a way to visualize what the patients are experiencing so they can get to the solution. So what we did is we built a web platform. We're taking real-world medical imagery and we're delivering it via the web. We're doing volumetric rendering on the client side, and we're targeting the applications and the devices that students already have. We're not going for the future right now. We're working on tablets, laptops, and cell phones especially. This is the early prototype here. Like I said, we're doing real-time volume rendering. We're also doing segmentation in the browser. We can export meshes from volumetric data that is imported. So we're taking DICOM files, which is what the file format that the CT and MRI scanners are outputting. So this is real medical data. They upload it to the cloud, and then in the cloud they can do real-time collaboration where multiple people can work on the same shared workspace. It's like Google Docs for medical imaging is one way I like to pitch it. And everything lives online. But as you know, I mean, we're at this conference and things are changing. We really want to take advantage of these emerging technologies that everyone's here speaking about. I'm talking to the choir here. But we're launching with support for WebVR. And what we're finding is WebVR and AR and VR are really engaging the students. It goes beyond the wow factor to where they're retaining the information much longer. So we'll be launching with support for WebVR on Samsung Gear VR, Google Daydream, and then zSpace. So zSpace, a lot of people actually aren't familiar with, but they're on the Inc. 500 fastest growing companies. And I think they're the only VR company on that list. They're based out of Sunnyvale, so they're just right around the corner here. And what they do is they offer basically a fish tank sort of view, which you'll see right here. So this is Dr. Trudy Long, who is manipulating one of our models in 3D. She's wearing stereoscopic glasses, and then she has a 3D stylus. And so we're able to deliver this content through a Chrome browser with WebVR right now. And she's done over 300 interviews with students, published a couple studies, and we're getting an overwhelming response of students that do want to use AR in their studies. Here's our co-founders, Dr. Scott Losenoff in the background, and Jesse Thompson, our CEO, showing off our HoloLens prototype at the Surgical Innovation, Technology, and Education Conference. So there's over 100 surgeons in the audience there, and this is just blowing their mind. They've never seen anything like this before. And they saw immediate uses for this. And so what we're taking out of this is we're doing live publishing to HoloLens, where someone can mark up an anatomical model using a web browser, and then that pushes directly to the HoloLens. So in summary, we're taking real-world medical scans, putting it on the cloud, delivering it online, and then also offering support for the emerging VR and AR technologies. So this is our timeline. We're a very young company. We just founded in December. We've gone through the accelerator at the University of Hawaii. We just started programming in March. We hope to launch a beta here in the next quarter. And like I said, we're very young, and we're moving very fast. We sit at the confluence of several multi-billion-dollar markets. These are projections, so the numbers are maybe a little bit high for what we know right now. But I mean, all of these markets are seeing, at least double-digit year-over-year growth. So what we really want to do is we want to partner with these rapidly growing hardware companies and offer content for the hardware. We'd love to speak to anyone here who's willing to open up to a partnership. We want to reach as many medical students as possible, as quick as possible. We're offering a software as a service subscription. We're going for a yearly rate It breaks down to about 25 to 50 a month. We're going for the yearly rate because that's what the colleges work on an annual budget. So our market timeline, right now we're focused on medical education because that's what we know best, but long-term is definitely diagnostics. And what we really feel is that if we focus on the students now and get them to want and need 3D as a diagnostic tool, then when they get into practice, it will just be natural for them. Right now, a lot of the radiologists are really trained in 2D methods, and they're kind of hesitant to change because that's what they know. But we really feel that if we educate the next generation of physicians, that, I mean, it's just going to happen, right? Everything's moving towards this. So this is our team. I've got over 20 years of scientific visualization experience. Actually, in high school, I worked for PTC on a product that Evans and Sutherland sold to PTC. If you know Evans and Sutherland's background, they're the first VR company. And then I've got many years of experience since then. Co-founder Dr. Scott Losnoff has over 30 years of medical education. Jesse Thompson has over 6 years of virtual world experience. Evan Young, serial entrepreneur, has been through multiple accelerators. We have an oral radiologist on the team. Michelle Tom is a crack financial wizard and knows the billing cycles for colleges. So we're Radial3D. We'll have a demo set up with a Z-Space as well. We're doing collaboration as well with real-time synchronization to the phone. I encourage you to please reach out to me and we'll show you the demo. Thank you very much. Is there any time for questions?